If you've only got a couple of $100 to spend on an air rifle, DIANA STORMRIDER is a great spot to start. What is up, guys? MACABESPEED coming at you. Great episode today, heavily demanded by the fans and subscribers of this channel. You guys have seen me foray into the higher end stuff year after year, getting into a more expensive collection as time has progressed. The people who are the grassroots members of this channel absolutely were screaming for some budget reviews. This DIANA STORMRIDER has been in my collection for more than 5 years, and it has stood the test of time, absolutely performing every single time I pick it up and put it to my shoulder. Currently, I would definitely say it's in its best state of tune, best state of care, best state of maintenance. We have the Leapers UTG AccuShot 4 through 12, 3 through 12, 4 through 12, 4 through 12, 3 through 12, 3 through 12 by 40 millimeter compact bug buster scope. I really like this optic. It has a variety of reticle colors, and just the glass is so crispy that it's clear to me why so many entry-level air gunners really defer to the bug buster line. Oversized safety button, it's great for youth shooters, really getting those dexterity and muscle memory skills dialed in. Not going to be able to miss that easily if you're a new or novice shooter. Also, it's really got a good click and snick to it. Solid detents. For a budget gun, this thing's really checking some boxes right out of the gate. I know it's 5 years out of the gate, but it's checking some boxes, right? The other thing you might notice about this specific STORMRIDER, if you're an observant individual, is the fact that it says Chaser on the front of it. Why would it say Chaser on the front of it? Because over the course of ownership, I've owned both the DIANA STORMRIDER 177 that this started out as well as the DIANA Chaser 22 caliber CO2 option. Everything about the DIANA platforms is 100% interchangeable and modular. I can't say it enough. It's so awesome of a design for a company to actually think for the consumer instead of for the the purchase of obsolescence, as it were, and try and make something that all works together. This Chaser breech off my 22 caliber Chaser with the 22 caliber long barrel absolutely transformed the 177 PCP rifle into a 22 caliber rifle with no internal mods. Chronied this before on the channel, and we've gotten about 30 foot-pounds of energy from the red fires at the top of the fill. It's not a regulated rifle, so the energy definitely tapers in that bell curve that we're used to seeing with the unregulated guns, but it definitely has a good stable shot string, and I'm able to hit what I'm aiming at through the majority of the fill. At least 2 magazines with a 25 or so foot-pound tune, pretty standard. All in all, total package tip to butt, you're looking at 39 inches. Very light trigger, adjustable as well. Beautiful thing about using the Chaser breech and bolt as opposed to the STORMRIDER breech and bolt is now you have the ability to cock the rifle without moving your trigger hand off of that initial position. Does decock just like you'd expect any PCP rifle that's typically on the market at this point to do, and it's been very, very, very reliable as far as the internal components are concerned. I replaced a breech seal up here on the barrel itself, but other than that, I haven't had any Sears break, no valve issues, no leaks of any kind. Really speaks to the, I don't know, once again, that consumer mentality I feel DIANA brought to the table here, giving us something that not only out of the box is one of the least expensive offerings on the market, also giving us that reliability that's going to stand the test of time in the field. Even though I don't use it often, this is definitely one of the rifles in my collection that has more field hours on it than some of my other stuff. It's probably because I've owned it the longest, but also because I feel very comfortable just taking a 22 out and getting it done with 30 foot-pounds. I know lately I've been bringing you guys more gear reviews and such, but I don't want to go ahead and end this review here. I do want to go ahead and take this thing right out into the field and give you guys 10 through 100 yard testing in this video so you can really get a sense of what the budget game is all about. Let's get right into it. Let's see what we can get into at the 10-yard range first. See, I've got 4 shots loaded up. I think that's enough to go ahead and tell us what we want to know. Before we push this thing into battery, we can look at our pressure on this cold morning and see that it's right about here. 4 shots, 10 yards. Don't really need the rest, but I'm old and arthritic, so I will be using it. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the crispy audio, brought to you by the lapel mic. I've upgraded to lapel mic now. I just can't do it. Everybody wants to see me sit on my ass, but I'm a kneeling position shooter. I just do it best this way. Center target. Same hole, bro. That's pretty good for red fires. I'm proud of myself. I felt really good when I squeezed that. I knew I was on target, and the results really show on the board. Let's go ahead and top this back up to the full fill, throw our super cheap bottom of the barrel chronograph on there. That's pretty quick, huh? And see what we can get as far as energy is concerned. It's so cheap, I don't know how to switch it from meters per second to feet per second, so I'll be calling out meters per second on this one, but I'll do the math for you guys on screen. Motherfucker. All right, guys, sadly, just as you can on an expensive air rifle, it looks like this guy's starting to leak right here out of this fill port. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move the camera out to 25 and see if I can just run through this thing and see if we get some 25-yard accuracy, maybe give it another top up at that point and see if the check valve decides to go ahead and seat. Whether it says DIANA or AEA on the side, air guns are gonna have issues no matter what. They're just not as reliable as powder burners.
A few moments later.
Sadly, that secondary top-up seems to have made the hiss worse and not better. So I've got a very finite amount of time, but this makes for a very real-world review. 255 meters per second. Oh, 252 meters per second. Man, I wish this thing wasn't leaking. 243 meters per second. Let's shift over to those little animals. I wonder if I can actually hit them. No doubt. Even with the leaking rifle. 232. Good hit. 227. Ah, dude, racked it. 226. Back to the board. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. I'm not gonna waste any more air or anybody's time out there showing you guys what the capabilities of a leaky gun are. I think we've already seen that this setup for as few dollars as we brought to the table can be a tack driver. We just gotta get these basic maintenance issues hammered out so we can go ahead and make the best of this rifle. I'll pull this apart for you guys in a how-to video, really bring this thing out to 100 yards in an upcoming show. I think it's gonna be a great place to go ahead and end today's video, but if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the channel as well as when these videos come out. If you really like this episode, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.